and open it up for questions.
Remind you of FPC procedure. Please wait for the microphone. When you do get it, please identify yourself by name and outlet. And because we do have a fairly short time here, I'll ask everyone please to limit themselves to one question. Let me start here, sir.
Thank you, Ambassador Michael. Thank you for the briefing, and you had a colorful career in this arena, particularly in terms of democracy and human rights. I'll ask about Bangladesh. According to today's report, 160 people killed in crossfire and 118 individuals faced extrajudicial killing. And the situation is like that in Bangladesh. And in terms of democracy, you know, the report mentioned that there is no space for the freedom of association, particularly in main opposition. And according to your report, the main opposition, BNP, boycotted the last parliament in 2014. And not the BNP boycotted. It's boycotted by the international community to sending observer like US, EU, and which have seen the statement from the State Department, which was this non-participatory election. It was not in vain election. And currently, main opposition leader, she's in the jail. So how you are assessing to, you know, the restoring democracy in Bangladesh and to, you know, to stop this, you know, the extrajudicial killing and the, you know, the, in terms of democracy, restoring democracy, what is your assessment and how you will establish, you know, as USA is the largest development partner of Bangladesh?
Yes, well, I think you read the report well. And of course, one thing I should qualify this is that this is a report on conditions during the last calendar year. So events that have occurred since that time are not captured in the report. They'll be in next year's report. And I think you had some things late in the year, like the elections that are coming up. But we, I think, have called out 4 free and fair elections with international monitoring in the country. That's one way you try to restore or promote democratic competition and openness. We speak frequently with the government of Bangladesh about how to reduce or eliminate extrajudicial killings, or there's usually a debate about whether that's what it is or whether it's people killed in crossfire in a legitimate military activity. But it's something of concern to us. We speak to people about it. Another thing that applies to Bangladesh and every other country is if we have information that a particular unit of the security forces is engaged in abuses, we can't train them or equip them under our law until the government brings the perpetrators of the abuse to justice. So those are just some of the tools that we try to use to encourage better performance in those areas. And we've also, I think, called for an impartial and fair trial of Zia, and not just to let somebody be imprisoned for being a political opponent. So anyway, that's kind of some of the things that we're doing. But as I go back to the report is supposed to be describing the conditions in the factual conditions. What we do about that in policy terms varies from country to country. Different tools we can use, statements, you know, not providing equipment, going in and encouraging, sometimes training people so that they improve their human rights performance. So there's a whole range of activity out there that we can and do use to try to address these kinds of problems. The report's only about the problem, not about the solution.
Let me take one more here, and then we'll go to New York. Ma'am.